So let's do a quick run through of how to check the color contrast of text on a background. I'm in MailChimp making this newsletter as we speak, and this is just a good place to demonstrate this concept. And I'm using the Chrome browser, so it'll look a certain way in the Chrome browser. So I can right click somewhere in empty space and I get a menu, and on the bottom of this menu there's inspect as an option, and I'll click that. This opens this Chrome Developer Tools window, which can be intimidating, but what we want to do is click on this arrow with the little dotted box around it that lets us select an element on the page. So I'll click that, and it turns blue as a slight indicator that you've selected it and it's active. If I go back over to my sample newsletter here, you can see it popping around because I'm selecting different elements. I want to just sit on this number 2. Make sure your text and background are high contrast. And as I hover on that, I get a little window, and in there are some accessibility details. We can see contrast as an entry there. It says AA, there's a 21, and there's a check mark. 21 is the contrast. So this is black text on a white background. 21 is the highest possible contrast with that color combination. White text on a white background has a contrast of 1:1. So that's too low for us. In the article, I say we're aiming for 4.5:1 as the color contrast. Now if I hover on the text below it, which is this light purple, you can see the color contrast in that pop-up window is actually 1.23, which is super low. And you can also see that there is an exclamation point there indicating that we have an accessibility problem. So again, we're aiming for a color contrast of 4.5:1. That's a good number to keep in mind. If I close this Chrome Developers tool, I just want to show you how to do it again. I can right-click an empty space, click Inspect. I get this Chrome Developer Tool window. Yours might show up on the bottom, and it might look a little different. We're looking for this arrow so we can find elements and select them, and then we can just hover over elements and get that color contrast information.